A warning for California wildfire victims using GoFundMe. That leads your consumer news this morning. FEMA says crowdfunding could reduce your disaster aid. If donors cover specific losses like a car, FEMA won't provide money for the same item. Officials urge careful wording on fundraising pages, but still want all survivors to apply for federal help. Many Americans may be forced to hold off on house hunting. U.S. mortgage rates rose above 7% for the week, according to Freddie Mac. This marks the fifth time they've gone up in as many weeks. Rates are now nearly a whole percentage point higher than they were when the Federal Reserve started cutting them in September. The Fed is expected to announce 2 rate cuts this year, but that won't happen till later in the year. If you buy and sell digital assets like Bitcoin, your transactions this year will be reported to the IRS for the first time. A new Form 1099-DA will be sent to you and the IRS from your broker. If you don't include it, the IRS will notice because it'll have information on hand and use it to assess your tax obligation. The Eaton and Palisades fire is now the most destructive and second most destructive wildfires in Southern California history. As these extreme weather events become more frequent, many home insurance companies are hiking policy costs and, in some cases, dropping customers altogether. Jen Sullivan explains how climate change is impacting the home insurance industry.
The deadly firestorm in Southern California has decimated communities. And for some, home insurance won't pick up the cost.
For years, the whole condo complex was covered by Farmers Insurance, and then they canceled.
Peggy Holter's condo was destroyed in the Pacific Palisades fire. She says she's only covered by California's FAIR Plan, which offers basic state coverage, but far less than a typical home insurance policy. Personal finance company Bankrate recently did a study and found 7 of the 12 largest insurance companies have either paused or placed heavy restrictions on new home policies in California in the last year.
California should have laws that say that companies cannot just drop you.
This isn't just an issue in California. Extreme weather is impacting home insurance policies and coverage across the country. Last year, there were 27 weather and climate disasters across the U.S., with losses exceeding $1 billion each, according to NOAA.
We're seeing just this increase in the number of severe weather events, but not just an increase in the number, it's the severity of these events.
As severe weather events become more frequent, many home insurance policies are raising their rates, and it's impacting almost every state. A separate Bankrate survey found the average home insurance cost rose in 35 of the 50 states between 2023 and 2024. Some as high as 15%.
What's happening right now with all those homes being destroyed, we're going to need a lot of building materials, a lot of labor to put them back together. So that could potentially deplete resources for different pockets of the country.
There's not much homeowners can do to change these rising costs. Experts say it could be up to each state or even Congress to regulate the market by passing legislation to protect consumers.